ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Musical People Journeys special interview. Because we today are with the magnificent Stefan from the band Kickhunter. Yo, welcome, Stefan.
Welcome.
Hi Trish, hi Nigel. So nice to be in your show, and thank you very much for talking about our album and for liking us especially. Thank you so much.
Well,
we're proud.
Our pleasure, and thank you for joining us on the show. I think you are the highest rating band we've ever interviewed. So there we are. So you're up there.
Come on. White things, they were not too bad when you talk to them, but okay, I'm thankful.
So tell our adoring public the name of your wonderful album that we've just reviewed.
Yeah, everybody knows our name, Kickhunter, and the name of the album is Now or Never.
Now or Never. Now, for those who haven't listened to the review, your album is into our Hall of Fame. It's like the joint second but third in a way, because we've got two joint firsts. Top rated album at a 4.6, which is huge for us. It aligned for our guys. You're obviously going to be in for potential album of the year. It's an album that we love. So now or never. Then was there a particular reason for that name of that album? And
yes.
How would you describe your music?
It's hard to describe a music, because Aerosmith said, "Let the music do the talking." So it's rock and roll from the heart. The music we have to do, because the music, this is the soundtrack of our lives. The soundtrack of our when we stick together, have barbecue, fun, and a laugh, and listen to good music. It's a soundtrack. So it's just rock and roll, and we try to do our best. And we had the first time ever I talked to a lot of people on Zoom with the guys of the band to talk to our member Roland from Florida. So he was on Zoom, and I think it was his idea to say, "Come on guys, new album, Now or Never, we have to do it, bop, bop, bop." Hey, great title. So Now or Never.
It's very interesting, actually, because when we described your album, we described it as that southern kind of bluesy kind of rock and roll, and yet when we said, but hailing from Hamburg in Germany, it was just like, what that? I mean, how do you think you were influenced to produce that sort of sound? Because you wouldn't typify that sort of sound with what I would call German metal, really.
Yeah, we're not a metal band at all. We're a hard rock band. So we got our influences. So it's southern rock, because we all like Skynyrd. We toured with them, and I don't think we're a southern band. You can't be a southern band when you're from the northern part of Germany. No. Yeah, I think you have to come from the southern states. But we're influenced. So. And bands like Thin Lizzy, they had twin leads. Okay, Skynyrd has some triple leads, so why not just do? It's fun. Sometimes it sounds a little southern, but our singer JC definitely has no southern dialect, because he's from Germany. Hopefully, his German dialect is not too hard.
No, not in the slightest. You wouldn't hear from your sound that you were a German rock and roll band in the slightest. You mentioned Ollie being in Florida then. So how does it work? Is he also from Germany? How did you guys? How did you originate your band, Stefan?
I was working on some solo stuff. It was '99. And our very good friend Markus Grosskopf from Helloween, he's a founding member of Helloween. You know Helloween?
Helloween.
And he got a studio at that time, and he was producing our band, the band I had with Roland 10 years ago in the early '90s. So very close friend, and we shared the rehearsal room with Helloween in the early '90s. And then I was working on some solo stuff. And Markus said, "This stuff is so great." So we got our drummer, Karsten, who married the sister of Markus. And so
keep it in the family. That's got to be done. Yeah.
and we said, okay, it's nice rock and roll stuff. Let's look for a band. It's not just a solo project. Let's grab some friends, good musicians, of course, we all know, people we all know, ask them, and they said, yes, oh, of course, with Markus and these bunch of guys, it's always fun. And yeah, it was immediately, it was like this. So we went to a rehearsal room and was, boom, a new song was there. And so we went into Markus' studio at that time and made the first album. And the funny thing is, I was invited by EMI at that time to see a Whitesnake kind of comeback show. It was 2002 or 2001. I said, yeah, Whitesnake, wow, I love it. And then we had dinner and they said, yeah, and if you want to see Purple, I work with them. Just tell me you're invited for the concert. I said, yeah, I want to go to Purple because Skynyrd play with Purple, and they are our favorites, and of course Purple. So yeah, our plan was to take a third band, but it didn't happen. So these two bands, a third band, and I got a band. You're a musician as well, Stefan. I didn't know because I was doing advertising stuff for them, narrative stuff. And yeah, how does your band sound? Our band sounds like a mixture of Purple and Skynyrd. We got organ, we got the female voices in the background. Really? Do you got an album? Of course, but not here. Let's meet tomorrow. I bought the album in Cologne, brought him, and a week later, yeah, guys, you were on the tour. So our first gig was a sold out Germany tour with Purple and Skynyrd. Hey,
wow.
Doesn't sound that good. And you got your AAA pass. It means free beer. It means your favorite bands and free beer and sunny days in Germany. Unbelievable. Rock and roll. Thank you.
Wow, amazing.
Rock and roll. So you keep mentioning Skinhead. Is it
we're still fans. We're still fans, you know?
Yeah.
And not music, we have to do it. I think we are too old to think about nasty things. Do what you can do best and have fun. So we're so honored that you guys like our album. So that's the reason why we do the music. That's it.
Kickhunter kicks ass. Like Kickhunter kicks ass. It's so rock and roll, and it's so fresh as well. It's so, I don't know. I mean, I think if you're going to play your style of that sort of style music, you've got to be, lyrically it's got to be good. Musician, you've got to be on point on everything, because there's a lot of similar bands out there. I mean, we match up against with Buckcherry, and
their album is really good.
Yeah, it is.
I like their album. I like the production. I like Summer of '69. I think it's a good cover, and I think it's a really good rock album.
It is.
So I'm proud.
It is, apart from Summer of '69. It's a cracking album, but Summer of '69 is a dreadful cover. Dreadful. Hate that song.
But if you play in front of a drunken biker crowd,
it's going to get them going.
It's a good song.
It is.
And even the girls of Buck Who, that's a great song. I know it.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad to have a song like this on stage. And I think it rocks, but I don't listen to it every day. I prefer the original material. But it's a little gem.
I think I get annoyed by covers. I understand why they do the covers, and a lot and it's sometimes the record label that will put pressure on to do a cover. But I don't particularly, unless it's something completely different, like an acoustic version of Summer '69. Then I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it on a new album. So, but there we go.
Nigel, did you ever heard our version of Roll Over Beethoven?
No. ELO Roll Over Beethoven.
It's an 8-minute ballad.
Okay.
In minor.
Oh.
Roll Over Beethoven. With the original is, I think, nearly 2 minutes. Roll Over Beethoven.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm going to check that out after this interview.
Yeah.
Because I was a massive ELO fan. Massive ELO fan.
So different.
So who would you describe then as your biggest influence? You keep mentioning Skinhead. Is it Skinhead you keep mentioning?
Skinhead? No, Skynyrd.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Oh, no. My biggest influence the Beach Boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because they did everything before other bands did it, and they played really hard rock. They were like the Stones in the early 70s with two black American guys. Nobody knows this. Some people, but they did everything, and the way they work with melodies and rocking, and so, but not just the Beach Boys. I was blown away by early Whitesnake and Coverdale's with his male attitude, of course. Purple, I love Burn and Stormbringer, stuff like that. Of course, Van Halen, The Energy, the early albums, like all most early albums are better than later albums, because The Energy they are young, they're not married, they don't have to take care about children or whatever. It was just music, a bunch of guys in a room having fun, drinking too much or whatever, taking too much, but free spirit minded. So you can't do it in your 40s when you have a lot of kids. So the youthful energy was blowing me away. The first Def Leppard album, On Through the Night, boom, still love it. So these kind of energy albums, they kick my ass, and they influence me a lot. It doesn't have to be a hard rock. It has to be. I like a really good speed metal song if it's really good, like Painkiller or whatever. As I like a really schmaltzy country ballad by Vince Gill if it's played well with a pedal steel guitar, a tattooed drummer just with a ponytail, and very old guy playing piano. So a bunch of guys and some girls, of course, making great music together. And for me, I get goosebumps when I hear this. I get goosebumps when I hear a really good played speed metal song from the last Helloween albums. There are a lot of good songs on it. So if people play good and have good energy, this is the main influence, I think.
Okay, so look, I know Trish has been super excited for this interview, so I know she's got a few questions lined up. So and she moans at me when I dominate and don't let her in. So we're going to get you in nice and early on this one, then, Trish.
Thanks.
So Radler. All right.
Yeah, right, but it's without sugar.
Okay.
So, it's really good. It's had no alcohol, no sugar. It's perfect it's really hot in Germany now.
Yeah.
Okay, Trish, fire away.
Okay, so how did the band choose their name, Kickhunter? How did that come about?
I was driving around in Hamburg thinking about a name after we started, and after we said, okay, don't let it be a solo project, let's make a band. And I thought, okay, rock, kick. So strong, it sounds strong, kick. And and always looking for a kick. We are hunting kick, collecting adventures, whatever. And so is it English? I don't know, kick hunter, but it sounds good, so let's be a kick hunter. The guys at the band said, yeah, sounds great.
Ooh.
So there's no other band on earth calling themselves Kickhunter.
No.
Maybe our name is nasty, maybe it's too good, I don't know.
It punches.
Good day.
Thank you.
How do you go about writing your songs?
Pardon?
How do you go about writing your songs?
I'm writing actually like all the people who make music, or most of the people. I'm writing all the time. When I play to my little son, some things do. Oh, what a great riff! Wait, son, bomb, mobile, bomb, recorder. Sometimes a fast song is a ballad later. Sometimes a ballad for my baby is a fast song. So it depends. And yeah, you could. I'm walking, and because of the rhythm of the walk, bam, 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 bam. I hear a riff. Oh, not bad. Take my mobile, bam, 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 bam. Or think about something. I got an idea. So it's flowing. So
do you write the music first and then the lyrics?
Yes, mostly because it's I'm not a native English speaker, and lyrics it's harder. I make German albums as well as a solo artist. Now I got my 5th album out in October. It's really hard to write German lyrics because everybody knows German in Germany. So you have to be really good because oh, it sounds to and I try to write English lyrics as good as I can, and I check them first. But if you check them with American people, they say, "Oh, sounds good." Like, listen to him. Yeah, sounds great. So I check it twice, and they have to make some kind of sense.
Yes.
So music first, and then I got some ideas, like, okay, the one song called "This Summer." Okay, what do I like to do in summer? Yeah, meeting friends, cruising around. You're my queen, and come on, let's make the bars. Look at the stars. Oh, nice rhyme. Let's rhyme and stuff like this. So it's fun, but music first, and then comes the slightly harder part.
Yeah.
It is fascinating because, and we asked this question because, I watched Rocket Man, the film about Elton John, and their writing style was that I can't remember the guy he wrote with now, but he would always write the lyrics.
Bernie Taupin.
Yeah, so Bernie would write the lyrics, give them to Elton, and then Elton would create the music to the lyrics. But it seems to me that the majority of rock bands always do the music first and then write the lyrics to go with the music. So.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how Bob Dylan worked because he's a big lyricist. But as a German, it's harder to have the same feeling to it like native people. But to have a Bernie Taupin, it's wonderful. Make your job. Bernie comes, and he's a genius writer, so it's a perfect couple. That's a great combination. And I love especially the 70s Elton John stuff. I love and Rocket Man it's Don't Let the Sun Go Down Me. Rocket Man, I think it's the best Elton song. I always get goosebumps. It's played so well by all the people. It sounds so amazing. Yeah, I'm a Elton John 70s rock fan. No, I'm a 70s rock fan, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but excuse me, Trish, your question was, music first and no Bernie Taupin. So Elton first, and later, then Elton is like, yeah. And then, okay, Stefan, okay, now I become Bernie. It sounds like work. No, but it's fun. Sometimes it's quicker fun, sometimes it lasts a little longer.
I'll just ask one more question and then I'll hand back to Nigel. How did you get started in your music? Like, were your family in music or?
No, I did actually everything in my life. I taught it to myself. And I listened to my parents had a variety of albums, very stupid things and some more interesting things. There was a guy, my mother painted some glasses around his eyes. Elvis. I think I was 9. I listened to it. Boom! I was completely blown away. It's like energy. And when I was 6, I had the choice. We got 2 cassettes, my brother or I, and my brother says, I take the country tape. And so there was the very worst compilation ever, Beach Boys Best of Volume 3, with Surfin' and Heroes and Villains, Frosty the Snowman, and it's just everything doesn't fit together because I was 5 or 6. Okay, it's my cassette. And I heard it. I was growing. I'm still a big fan. And of course, I grabbed the country cassette from my brother. So I'm a big country rock fan. Country leads to Skynyrd. Skynyrd leads to rock, to hard rock, blues, everything. So it's Elvis, of course. Everybody loves Elvis. Every musician loves Elvis and the energy the guys had. And it was live in the studio. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. And they looked so old, but they were 20. Because they had their suits, like Beatles or the early beat bands. They looked like our parents. but they were teenagers, whatever. Yeah. Herman Hermits, the guy was 16, 15. He still sings like he did that in that age. So, yeah, and I became interested. There was an old guitar laying around. I was fooling around trying to look for sounds, and then I learned step by step. I got 2 chords and was writing songs. So I was immediately in it and wanted to do it. I was always a big fan, and I'm still a big fan of music. And so I worked on it on my first band. I started my first band with 13, and then the first gigs with 15, and it became better and better. Yeah, and still rocking after all.
Still rocking. Yeah.
Talking about still rocking then. Any tour? Are you going on tour for the new album?
Oh, we like to. It's so hard. If you got an idea in England, the thing is, who pays for a tour? I just talked to Roland, our guitarist, and I can read it to you. He was talking to an agent and said, "Oh, maybe in Florida." I said, "Oh, guys, there's no problem. I can put together 5 cities: Jacksonville, Daytona, Cape Coral, St. Pete, and Tampa." And Roland was, "Oh, really? Oh, sounds too easy." So we're checking it. So maybe we can play in Florida a few dates. That would be a nice adventure. And we are too old to tour and tour to become more, or to become kind of big in maybe 15 years. So that's it makes us free. We can play here and there. We don't have to tour because, we are not in our 20s. So we have to do our very best.
So how do you promote your album though, without going on tour, without playing live? How do you tour your album?
We played on the Harley Days in Hamburg this year, which is the biggest bike event on the planet. And actually, I played there 20 times with different bands, with solo band, and 4th time with Kickhunter now. Because Kickhunter, I think it's our 24th year now.
Wow.
And no, it's our plan to play live. And we talked about Wacken, the big festival in Germany next year. So hopefully it will happen, and a few other festivals. Yeah, and maybe it fits. A tour can fit for a week or 2. So the thing is, everybody has to work, everybody has to earn money, and when a band like we go on tour, we don't earn money. No. So our plan is don't burn money. So it's a kind of vacation and play as good as you can. And so we did that with Purple, with Skynyrd, Purple, with Molly Hatchet, German tour. We played in Portugal, Scandinavia. So it's always interesting, but it can't be our main job because the band is too old now. Yeah. But we'd like to come to Great Britain to play there. Oh. That would be great. Play some clubs. Maybe we'll find another band who we can support or play together. Maybe you guys got an idea.
Wow. We wish. Well, so what do you do for your day job then?
My personal day job?
Yeah.
I'm talking. Now I'm a voiceover for advertising.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And, you got that deep baritone voice, haven't you? Yeah.
La la. Yeah. And the funny thing is I do it like AC/DC, the new album, Kiss, ba-ba-bum, Metallica, and in German Schlager stars, which is a complete different thing as well, and for cosmetics, for coffee, whatever. Wow. So it's a good thing. I'm thankful for that, but my heart beats for the music.
Damn, I just been on to Pfeiffer and employed a voiceover artist to do with a project that I'm working on. So, damn, if I'd only met you beforehand, we could have done a deal. Funny small
If you need a voiceover, I do my best. I'm not a native speaker, but sometimes they ask me to do things in English.
Yeah.
For festivals or whatever. We need a new spot for something, and you can speak English. Do it in English. So if you need something for your show or whatever, I try to do my very best.
We're gonna think on that. We're certainly gonna think on that. So right, okay. So there's a new feature here.
Oh God!
It's called 5 of the Best. It's called 5 of the Best. I'm going to ask you 5 quick fire questions, and you have to give me without thinking too much. You have to give me a quick fire answer. Okay. Simple.
Okay. I think. But let me think about before you ask the questions.
There we go. 5 questions.
I'm kidding.
5. 5 questions. Right, and quick fire answers.
Okay.
Right.
Start with number 3, please. It's easier.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Favorite film.
Pardon? Favorite film? Back to the Future Part 1.
Oh, good question. Favorite TV show.
Oh, it's too hard. Early Simpsons.
Early Simpsons.
Malcolm in the Middle. Early Simpsons.
Okay.
It's too hard. Okay, not 2, but there are a few.
Favorite song.
Good Luck Charm, Elvis.
I mean, okay. Favorite singer.
These questions are much too hard, but okay. Coverdale, early Coverdale.
I mean, I've seen Coverdale live when he was at his peak, and yeah, not so much now, but at his peak, he was amazing. He was amazing.
Yes.
So, favorite board game.
But what?
Board game or computer game. Favorite game.
Oh, I never played computer game. Tetris.
Tetris, you say?
There was one guy in the studio. What are you doing? Oh, it's a computer game. I think 25 years ago. Let me do it. Okay. When I put all the trash in my garage, it's like this. Tetris. I never played the computer games.
What about board games? Favorite board game.
Board
game.
Board. Are board games computer games? Or what?
No, just a board game, like Monopoly or something like that.
Oh, the first time I played a board game was since about I was a kid, as a lot of years, was a few weeks ago, and I forgot the name. But actually, I don't have any board games because I can't remember. I will start when my son goes older and ask me in a few years.
Definitely. It was the biggest board game festival in the world in Essen, in Spiel, in Germany. So it's the biggest board game festival. About 250,000 people go there. So which is and I mention it because like another band, I went to another board game convention, and another band went, "Oh my God, we love board games!" So I kind of have to mention.
If you're on tour all the time,
yes,
you have to play something and to have fun together. And I think old school board games are much more fun than to sit with 2 computers and shoot each other, whatever.
Definitely.
Come on, guys, write a song, have a beer.
So obviously you bring up a young family, but other than music, then do you diversify into other hobbies, or is it music and families now your life?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And we live in Spain during the cold month, so 6 months now, and my little son will go to school there in a few years, which means 9 months Spain and 3 months when it's too hot in Spain during their holiday time, Germany. So that's a kind of life which is interesting, and of course music is the thing I think about. I do all the times. Like I mentioned, I have a solo project as well. October, German album number 5 and 6, because there's an unplugged album as well. So I work a lot on this, and we started working on new Kickhunter songs. JC already sang a few, because there will be a best of next year. Because we had a few studio albums, and a lot of people didn't know it, maybe because the gap was too long. There will be a best of with a few new songs, and and 25 a new studio album. So that's the plan.
So you're producing a solo album 5 and 6 then. So is it similar? What sort of music is that? Is it similar to the Kickhunter, or is it different? How does that work?
Yeah, it's different. It's German, and it's more countrified.
Okay.
It's rock and roll. It's everything. It's like the White Album from the Beatles. You got from Helter Skelter to Obla Di Obla Da. So you get everything. A lot of nice melodies. You got Hammond organ, choirs. So like Fleetwood Mac choirs. Not two Beach Boys choirs, but yeah, Elton John, he used choirs a lot. Actually, he worked with the Beach Boys a lot, stuff like this. Yeah, so and stuff which is played on the German radio. So I always have 3 or 4 songs were played on the radio, and that's a good thing to keep it going.
So are you quite big in Germany? How big a following do you have?
Oh no. It's because handmade music. It's hard. It's harder than if you do it more commercial. It's easier to be played, but it's not my sound. My sound is still rock and roll. My basics are rock and roll, and the guys of the band, they play on a lot of these songs. And I've a Pink Floyd song on it, Pink Floydy, 7 minutes long on the new album. I got a rockabilly song, so everything what is fun. It's good for me, and so I just do the music I like.
Cool.
And some West Coast ballads like Eagles, but in Germany. So but it's different. But sometimes I covered a few Kickhunter songs in German, yes, because I wrote them.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So here's a question for you then. Will you or won't he is the title of this one. So, or will they or won't they? Recently, Steel Panther went on America's Got Talent and did incredibly well. Voyager, which we just reviewed their album, obviously went on the Eurovision Song Contest. If you had the opportunity to go on Germany's Got Talent or Eurovision Song Contest,
Eurovision definitely. Germany Got Talent. I think it's nasty. It's too old. I saw Steel Panther in the American thing, and they really rocked the crowd. But then I saw the face of the singer. I just forgot his name. He's one of the best rock singers ever. He can impersonate David Lee Roth and they can play everything. But hey, this is a stage for young people and not for rock pros who look like their grandma. And I was wondering what happened to his face. He looks like a lady.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
He got new lips, new face, and David Lee Roth vocal. No, it doesn't fit to me. I would help him over the street because he looks like grandma. No, I love these guys. Not all the lyrics, but the energy of some songs.
So would you go on would you go on Eurovision as Kickhunter or as your solo?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I would prefer Kickhunter because it's more international, and I think the people could like it. But it's
but based on recent German entries into the Eurovision Song Contest, like last year was abysmally bad. Even though I'm a rock fan, it was terrible. You should definitely give it a go, I reckon.
Oh yeah, but the people who are behind this, they are I think they think different. So I think if it's a battle, send your best people and young people. I'm always for the youth. So if there are a big stage for newcomers, send the 20-year-old ones and not old farts who want to have still 5 years fun like we. No, we will have fun, but take the youth, give them a chance. Not Greta, they are too old. I mean 18-year-old people, 18.
So
and then,
okay. So another question. So if you had a chance to see a band, no matter where from, 70s, 80s, and you'd want to be able to go and see them live in concert, who would you want to see live in concert that you may not have seen? That you go, I wish I'd had the opportunity to see this band.
And you mean 1973 or nowadays?
Any era. Any. Doesn't matter.
Oh, then, but yeah, I would say Beach Boys Live 73, because they were really rocking. Listen to them. You won't believe it. And they stopped playing these hits because they want to be an adult band. But then a Greatest Hits album came and bomb, they were the biggest arena band and all the young people liked their old stuff. But before that, they were really rocking. They had two drummers. They had and they have a horn sections. There were a lot of things going on. And these kind of concerts, I would, there were actually thousands of concerts.
It's quite interesting because I watched the Davy Roth tour in the 80s when he was touring with Steve Vai, and he modelled it on the Beach Boys. He had Caribbean drums on there. He rode a giant surfboard through the crowd singing Beach Boys songs. I kind of with you on that. I think Beach Boys. You see the commercial hits, I don't realise all the other stuff they would do with it. It's okay. So who's the newest band out there right now? I don't know if you listen to new bands, but if you had to go like, oh my God, this is the best new upcoming band currently that I would think would be are amazing, other than Kickhunter, of course.
Yeah, of course. And it doesn't have to be hard rock?
No, any band.
But what is new? 5 years old or?
Let's say 5 years. Let's say in the last 5 years.
Midland. It's Midland.
Okay.
They play country rock in the early 70s Eagles style.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
A lot of harmonies, and they're big in the States. And very nice songs. Great production, and this is the kind of music I like to listen to relax, and has good vibes.
There's not enough good country rock out there. I love a bit of country rock, and there's
yes, yeah. I'm always looking for good country rock, but it's the same with any kind of music. There are just a few things, but this is the first band since years. I'm waiting for the new album and think, yes. Next week, maybe the Midland Friday. It's not.
If you do like country rock, then check out Sundowners and the Cannonballers. They made a Hall of Fame country rock. So Sundowners and Cannonballers. There we go. Cannonballers and the Sundowners. That's terrific. Really, couple of really good country rock albums. Okay, Trish, have you got any more questions?
I have my obligatory one, which I always ask, is what is your favourite song off your latest album?
Oh, that's hard, because I picked Motherload because the only song I didn't wrote.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big fan of this song, and I'm so glad that Gerd, who played with Rolly and me 30 years ago, produced by Markus in a band that, and he since years he plays in my solo band as well, and he's now with Kickhunter, and he's this amazing composer and producer, and I love his song and his energy, and of course I love my songs. So as a composer, you can say this is my favorite song, and number one is this number, because you love all your babies. So I make it easy for me. Motherload, written by Gerd.
It's a very good song. It's a very, very, very good song. But they're all really good songs anyway. So,
See, my favourite one is "Can't Get You Out of My Mind."
Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, this has a.
I love the musicality of it.
Yeah. It's old Whitesnake AC/DC influence. Yeah, I love it. Yes. Has a nice groove.
Yeah.
Motherload was mine, so just putting it out there.
Cool.
There we are. Okay. Stefan, it has been an absolute joy to have you here. I would just say to our audience, now or never, one of our most top-rated albums of all time. We're so excited to have talked to you today. We're so excited to hear what your new stuff's coming out there. We'd love it if you ever come into UK. Please do let us know. We would be front row seats for certain.
Hey, we will stick together because, like I told, we are so thankful that you respect our music so much.
Love
and
it.
Trish, your background is so lovely.
Isn't
love
it, right?
It is. My wife asked me, what kind of background do you like? I said, I take the trees behind the house, but now I see, it looks like when she makes her conferences, it always looks professional like this. So for me, it's lovely. Oh, you see, I'm not playing computer games. I'm not too old school, but it's fun to look like this. But Trish, your background, chapeau.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you for writing so nice and having me on your show.
Oh, no, honestly, it's our honour and pleasure that you accepted and took the time to do it.
Oh, it was so much fun. And anytime. And if you have some wishes, just write me. We stick together.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. As I say, I'll definitely send you the link to the podcast once it's up, and we'll post it on our Facebook pages, and you can do yours.
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Stefan. Keep on rocking. Keep on writing great music. It's a shame your solo's not in English, but if you do some English versions, send them over. So we'd like to listen to them, and we'll check out Roll Over Beethoven. Thank you very much.
Check out the other albums. There's a lot of good stuff on it. But Roll Over Beethoven, it's very special, and it's. We toured at that time with Jan Eggert from Masterplan. Masterplan, you know Masterplan?
Not heard of them.
Oh, they are a great band with Roland, who played in Helloween. And Jan was the arranger of this song. So it wasn't me, it was his idea. And thank you, Jan. Well done.
Good stuff.
And he played on it, of course.
Thank you, Stefan.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Thank you.